Hi everybody, my name is Heather. Welcome to my channel, A Beauty on a Budget. Today is Friday, August the 8th of 2025. I have spent yesterday and the rest of today, I'm going to be organizing all my makeup and toiletry items. And I was going to clean my makeup brushes in the middle of that video, and then I thought, no, what if I do a separate video just for cleaning my makeup brushes? I had bought this, there's a whole bunch of pieces to this. It's the makeup brush cleaner. I got it at the dollar store, so probably about $4 or $5, probably closer to $5. And then it got packed, and I have never used this. So first, it's got all these attachments, so I'll just go through all the... So we have the Dream Look, okay, that's the brand, so it's Dream Look Makeup Brush Cleaner. So we have the Dream Look Spin Bowl, Power Spin Handle, and then we have 8 adapter collars, which are attached to here. There's 8 different sizes, and then there is 2 spindles. And then it even says there is a storage stand. So I'm thinking the storage stand is the little thing that all of these collars sit on. That's what I think, because these are all the pieces that were here. And it requires 2 AAA batteries, and it says they're not included. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the batteries in here and test this, because I know I did test this when I first got it. I know I cleaned like 1 makeup brush, I think, just to make sure it was working, because you know, when you buy things, I think you want to make sure it works. Oops. Okay, so yeah, that is working. Batteries are good. Just always testing my batteries, just because things like this, I don't keep batteries in, so I will take the batteries out. And then it's like, how good are the batteries? So it says before first use, select brush and note what type of makeup is on it. The brush, water soluble or non-soluble. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what that means. I have makeup, I don't know. I believe all my makeup is water soluble. It washes off with water. That's, you know, I'm not quite sure. Then I have to find the best fitting collar and push the brush handle until it fits firmly in place and straight, and then remove the collar and brush from the base. Okay, I'm trying to figure what. Oh, I have to test the side. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so, because I haven't used this. Oh, this one's upside down. Okay. So, there's 8 of these. Each one is a different size. So, these are the brushes that I use all the time. I've got 7 of them here. So, I'm going to start with the one I use, pretty much this one here. And it's a Friends one. And I guess you want to find the handle that when you put it in, it stands up, and for some reason it doesn't fit in any of these. Maybe this one seems to be able to fit in that one. Let's see. So it should fit and stand up. Are my brushes just that odd of a size that they just will not fit in any of these? That would be funny. I'm just going to test all these brushes and see. Huh. Alright, so I think my brushes kind of fit in these ones the best. Okay. Okay, so I got it in there. Push the spindle into the okay, so now I gotta figure out the spindles. There must be. I threw them in here so I wouldn't lose them, and now I can't get them out. Okay, so I gotta find which of these spindles, are they the same? Or are they two different sizes? Looks like they're the same. Okay. So push that into there. Push this into here. And make sure it's securely attached and it is in a straight line. It looks pretty straight to me. Make sure it's securely attached and is in a straight line. If it's not straight, it will affect the ability of the machine to clean and dry properly and may cause it to rattle. Okay, now we're at step 4. Fill the bowl. Add water-soluble makeup. Squeeze a small amount, or for water-soluble squeeze, I can't read. For a water-soluble makeup, squeeze a small amount of your preferred antibacterial liquid soap into the bowl. Please consult the brush manufacturer for advice on the best cleaner to use. Add water to the bowl until the water is half the height of the bristles. Okay, so it's not going to take a lot of water. I just saw the size of this. I'm like, wow, you need a lot of water to clean the brushes, but I guess not. I don't think I've actually used it. I think I just looked at it and then we were middle of moving or renovating or selling the house, so I never got a chance to use it. I think it just got bought and then packed. Okay, if you're unsure whether the makeup is water soluble, try this step first. If the brush is not totally clean, follow the non-soluble. Well, next, okay. See, I don't know. They're cleaning such a small makeup brush that this black part is actually in here, where mine is not going to be that small. Are you supposed to take the... I don't think you're supposed to take the brush apart. I don't know. Okay, for non-water soluble makeup, add a small amount of makeup brush cleaner. Well, I'm not using makeup brush cleaner, so I'm going to do this next part. So the cleanser I'm going to use, or the cleaner, whichever way you want to say it, I'm just going to use my regular facial cleanser, my tea tree facial wash. This is, I guess, because it's tea tree, it is antibacterial, antimicrobial, whatever. This is for, eliminates impurities from the skin. It's enriched with tea tree oil. I can use this, so I know I'm not allergic to this, so I'm going to put just a small little bit in, oops, here. This is just... I really have to find my other makeup, or my other tripods. I know where they are, I just couldn't get to them. A little bit of this in, and it's not really coming out. I think it's this gel formula, and it's really tough. I'm just going to add some water. Need to add enough water so the bristles are half covered in water. About there. And then turn it on. Gently dunk bristles into the liquid, pressing against the bowl to open the... Oh, I'm supposed to press it. Okay. Gently... Okay. Gently dunk the bristles into the liquid, pressing against the bowl to open the bristles slightly. Okay. Do not allow the metal ring to go under the water cleanser. After 5 seconds, gently press the brush down into the bowl and turn. Well, I guess I'm supposed to hold this in here 5 seconds before I turn it on. Okay, didn't really get that far. After 5 seconds, gently press the brush down into the bowl and turn the power spindle on. Gently lift the brush slightly until it's spinning rapidly. This will cause the liquid to splash up. Slowly move the brush up and down for 10 seconds while keeping it in the liquid. After 10 seconds, gradually lift the spinning brush out of the liquid, but keep it inside the bowl and let it spin above the... Wow, that looks so cool. Let it spin above the liquid level. As the brush is lifted up from the dirty liquid, the bristles will splay out, and you will see the water cleanser and dirt being spun out of the brush. Leave the brush spinning above the liquid. After 10 seconds, turn off the device. It's been probably a good 10 seconds. Turn off the device. If you would like the brush drier, repeat this step again. After you're done spinning, lift the brushes out of the bowl and reshape the bristles with your fingers. Wow, I'm going to say, that looks really neat. That looks really cool. I've never, never done this. And I'm going to say, I can't tell if you tell, but the water is not as dirty as I thought it was going to be, but there is a color to this. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And definitely not like the color they're showing in here when they're cleaning the brush. Okay. Do not overspin, as this may damage the brush. Do not spin dry continuously for more than 10 seconds. Then recheck the brush and repeat if necessary. Remove collar and spindle from power thing. Wash and dry the bowl, spindle, collars before storing. Okay, well, I'm going to say that looks really nice and neat and clean. I'm going to say, but that was my first one, so I probably made a few mistakes doing that. So now I'm going to empty this because this is dirty water. And I'm going to do this for all 7 of my brushes. Now I can't get all this water out. Oh, that's okay. Put a little more, a little soap in there. Oh, won't come out. Oh, yeah, it's got a clump. Okay. Nice. Dispenser's got a clump. There we go. It happens. A little piece of... I'm covered in soap now. That's okay. There's just a chunk of dry stuff. Okay, I'm going to go to the next brush. I got this one. I think these ones all took the same size as this other one. Push that in here. Oops. I did not turn that on. Okay. Put some water in so its bristles are halfway in the water. Now that I know what to do. Yeah, look at that. That really got dirty. Yeah, that one, you can tell how dirty that brush was. This must come off. Yes, it does there. See. Okay, so that's 2 done. There's this one. Little drop of soap. I don't need a lot. Add the water till it's press it down. I'm going to say, as somebody who doesn't wash my makeup brushes that often, I have to say I'm surprised that they are not more dirty. But I think it's because I do, you know, like, I have wiped them down with stuff. I do rinse them in, you know, running water once in a while. But I don't really use soap, which is why I had bought this, so I can, like, that'd be handy to, like, be able to wash my brushes. It's still a little wet there. I've done 3, and these are already looking so much better. Like, oops, this one's the wrong size for that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, like you can see, like this one here, you can tell it's like really dirty. And then this, oh. Like I can tell, like the water already changed color, and I haven't even turned the brush on yet. But I think that looks really cool, watching the bristles just, you know, go out like that. I have to say, I'm amazed of how, like, dry this is getting it. Maybe it isn't that dirty. It just looks very dirty. Maybe it's just the coloring. I'm gonna try this again, because this one here looks more dirty. But again, we'll see. That water, I mean, I'm surprised it's not as, I was expecting the water to be, you know, a lot worse than it is. Considering, you know, I mean, these are my main, I'm doing 7, so these are the main 7 brushes that I use constantly. And so really thought that they would definitely be a lot worse than this. But that looks so clean now. I mean, it's got the white, looks really white, and not like a gray brown. I'm just gonna do this again. So I do really think that looks so cool when I lift it up out of the water, and how the bristles just do that. Okay, the last 2 I have are these smaller ones, the little eyeshadow ones. So these ones I expect to be really dirty, because I don't really use a lot of blush or bronzer, but I do use a lot of eyeshadow. So I will expect these ones to be more dirty, just because the eyeshadow, using more colors of eyeshadow. Yeah, just that water just went really dark, just barely touching the water. And then the last one. Then I'll probably go over these again in just using the same water, just because I'm curious. Don't need a lot of water for these ones. I'm just curious if I can wash them all in the same water. And then, yeah, that looks so, I mean, that tip is now white. It has not been white for a long time. I'm just going to do them all in this water and just see, you know, how clean. So, oops, I need a little more water. Is this and it says to do these, it says your makeup brushes should be washed once a month. So this will definitely be part of my once a month routine from now on, is to keep my makeup brushes clean. I've got some other makeup brushes that they're brand new. I have never used them. But after seeing how clean these get, I'm just curious if I were to just take the ones that I don't, or I haven't used, and just see how dirty they could possibly be just from sitting around and just being, you know, next to the brushes that I use all the time. I'm also doing this just because I really want the water to be dirty, and it's, you know, I mean, the water is really dirty now. But I have to say, I'm amazed at how fast the bristles are drying. Which one did I just do? Shoot, now I forget which one I did. I don't know if I did this one a second time. Oh well. Oops, that is not in there straight. I see what it means when you get it not straight. And the last one. See, to me it still looks like this one's got some makeup stuck in there, so I'm just gonna go a few more seconds longer. There. They are all clean. They look so much better. I mean, I can see the white tip on that one. This one is a lot cleaner. I mean, it still looks like it's got some stain to it, but that might just be, you know, like not being cleaned over time. Maybe some of this extra stuff on here will come off if I actually clean them like once a month. So I'm going to now do that, where I'm going to clean my makeup brushes more often. Because right now I just kind of, whenever I think about it, I just, you know, put them under warm water. I don't even use soap. I just warm water, kind of like I do with my paintbrushes, and just kind of circle in my hand. But I'm always so worried that I'm going to get them too wet and they're never going to dry, which is why I bought this. And I'm just amazed at just that few seconds of spinning in the water and then the few seconds of it spinning above the water. And they are like, I mean, they still feel a little wet, but my hands are also wet. But they feel like, you know, if I give them like an hour, I could probably use them. Oh, this one still feels a little wet in places, but like I said, my hands are wet too. That looks so much better. And so now I gotta wash all this stuff. Oops. I gotta now, okay, my camera wants to fall. I now have to wash and dry all of these pieces, but that is so satisfying to watch the water turn. And I don't know why it went pink. I always thought it would go more of a brown or black because it's, you know, mixing all those different colors. But so I'm gonna wash this out, dry this out. These collar pieces I used, I'm gonna wash them. This piece and this piece here, if I can get it to come out. I don't know, I cannot get this to come out now. That's okay. I'm going to take the batteries out because that is something I always do. If you're only going to be using this like once a month or so, I will just keep the batteries, you know, in the drawer where I keep all our batteries. I don't know why I can't get this to come off. That's okay. Like I said, my makeup brushes are clean. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. I mean, look at my video, it's about almost half an hour to, you know, to read this and set it all up and to clean 7 brushes. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels, watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.